Now, if there is one thing common across all news websites, news channels and newspapers for the last few weeks, it has to be the news of rising fuel prices. The factors could be many. For example, the weakening rupee and the ever-increasing prices for crude oil internationally. So, what is the best way to hit back with the rising fuel prices? The answer, the solution is to have an efficient car, and the idea behind this video. Friends, welcome back to Car Talk. I am your host Bunny Punia, and this is our long-term Honda City Diesel. We thought, why not see how much can the City Diesel deliver when driven in a very sane and an easy manner. The certified economy for the City Diesel stands at 26 kmpl under standard test conditions. Can we better this? If yes, by what margin? We asked a few colleagues and this is what they had to say.
I was expecting around 25 kmpl.
27-28 kmpl.
I'm expecting 25 kmpl from it.
Around 25 kmpl.
30 kmpl.
30. 32 kmpl.
34.
As you can see, the expectations from the Honda City Diesel are very high. Now for the economy run, we'll be doing it on the fabulous Yamuna Expressway. There'll be 2 people on board, but before that, the crucial exercise of filling up the tank properly has to be done. Now this will be done in 2 parts. Phase number A at the fuel pump itself, and B after a few minutes, once the fuel settles down and the air bubbles escape, we'll again fill up the tank to the brim with the bottles we are carrying. Here we go. So we are all set. The tank is filled to the brim of the Honda City as you saw earlier in the video. We have the fabulous Yamuna Expressway in front of us, and it's a very hot day, so I will be running the AC but at a good 26 setting over here on the climate control. Resetting the trip meters, both trip meter A and trip meter B. The cameras are ready, one over here on which I'm talking right now, one action camera on the window, and of course I have my teammate Ajit sitting at the back. So 2 people in the Honda City 1.5 diesel with the AC running on the Yamuna Expressway. Let's see how much can this do. So the first set of 20 kilometers are done. It's been a slightly boring start, but yeah, we're on a mission. The good news is, as you can see on the screen, we are getting 44 kmpl as per the display. So even if I take out an error of 5%, guys, that's 40 plus from a 1.5 liter sedan with the AC running. So what I'm doing is, the Honda City comes with a cruise control for the top end version, and the cruise is currently set for 65 kmph, which means an actual speed of 62-63. There is hardly any speedometer error in this, and at 65 kmph we aim to run this run for around 5 hours. So let's see if we can reach the 45 kmpl mark in the next few kilometers or not. So I'll get back to you at the 50 kilometer mark now. So we meet again for the second time at the 50 kilometer mark, and the news is not really encouraging. What happened was, we had a toll on the way, the Javar toll, and every time you brake and accelerate, you end up drinking fuel. So at the 20 kilometer mark, we were doing just over 44 kmpl, and we're doing the same at 50 kilometer mark as well. So our fuel economy has not improved at all, and the only way now to make sure the city sips even less diesel is to keep on switching off the AC at intervals. It's still very hot outside. It's a sunny day, but surprisingly the display shows 34 degrees, so I'm going to make use of that. I'm going to switch off the AC every few minutes, and and we'll see if the fuel economy figure goes up or not. So the third meeting between you and me will be at the 70 kilometer mark. I finally have good news for all of us. At the 70 kilometer mark, by switching off the AC and saving those precious drops of diesel, we have managed to breach the 45 kmpl mark. 45.3, even if I take out 5% error, guys, 42 kmpl from a 1.5 liter proper diesel sedan with the AC running at times. This is shockingly good. Now, over the years, the slogan "Kitna deti hai" has been used by Maruti because their cars are very efficient. But with this run, it's clear that Honda can also make very, very efficient, very frugal diesel engines. And it's not low on power or torque. 100 bhp is a good amount of power. It's very good for city usage. And now we can see it's delivering exceptionally good mileage. What started as a normal idea to see how efficient a car can get because of rising fuel prices is actually turning out into a discovery of sorts. I never thought this would do this much. A few months back, I had done a similar run on the Jeep Compass. So you can see the link right now on the video. If you click the link, you can see that I managed 32, 33 kmpl from the Jeep Compass, and I was blown away. But 45? I mean, I could never imagine in my wildest dreams a car giving more economy than an automatic scooter. Bonkers. And the fourth update, this time with the city economy run, is that the fuel economy seems to have settled around the 45 kmpl mark. We took a U-turn also back from the Mathura Toll Plaza, so there we lost a few drops of diesel. I've just brought the AC back now. So 45.1 is what the display shows. And I must talk about the 6-speed gearbox of the city diesel as compared to, say, the Maruti Ciaz, which is the most efficient car in India, also the most efficient in the segment. This one has an upper hand for highway runs because of the 6-speed gearbox. In a 6th gear, at an indicated 65 kmph, the engine is literally sleeping at 1300 rpm, thereby giving you very, very exceptional fuel economy figures. So yeah, kitna deti hai, city usage, Ciaz is better, but for your highway runs or your long distance drives, the city definitely will beat the Ciaz for the economy run. What I'm going to do is now we'll finally stop at 170 kilometers, where we'll fill up the car again to tell you the actual fuel economy, not through the display. The display is a good, that's a fast one. The display is a good indication of what the car is doing, but for an accurate run, we will be filling up the car from the fuel pump just before Greater Noida. Yeah, so there has to be a way to keep myself from dozing off because we're doing just 65 on a very good expressway. And what happened was Baleno doing a 800 overtook us. But it's okay, we are on a mission and almost hitting the 150 kilometer mark. The fuel gauge hasn't dropped even a bit, and we are still averaging around 45. We dropped by 0.2 kmpl, mainly because a lot of elevation changes and I'm running the AC a bit too much right now. Yeah, I'm getting impatient. This drive has to stop now in the next 20-30 minutes. We will be stopping at approximately 170-172 kilometer mark at a fuel pump by the expressway. Just to summarize, we are trying to find a way to beat the rising fuel prices, and that is only possible with the help of an efficient car. We happen to have the Honda City with us as a long-term vehicle from Honda for a few months, and we thought, why not check out how much can the City deliver? It is not the most efficient car in India, but it is one of the most efficient in the segment. 26 kmpl certified under standard conditions, and we're actually getting almost 75% more than the certified economy. Of course, with the AC running in intervals, the cruise is set. I'm in 6th gear, 65 kmph, 2 of us on board. So this is really very good by any means. It was an experiment which has gone down very well. So in case you own a Honda City or a similar segment diesel car, stick to 65-70 kmph on an highway with the AC running at a higher temperature, and you can expect 40 plus kmpl. That is amazing. So if the fuel prices are pinching you, you know the way out. Every second we waste, the engine is idling, and I'm actually wasting fuel right now. Where क्या हुआ? It should have been a very easy process. Give the money and go. Thank you. So finally, you have the parchi. And that brings us to the end of the run. We have done 173.2 kilometers with a displayed economy of 44.9. That is 73% higher than the actual claimed economy of 26 by Honda. But we'll wait till we fill up the car from the dispenser to see the actual tank full to tank full run. So guys, in the first run of filling this city, it took in 3.69 liters for a very slow process of around 5 minutes. But this figure seemed very less, because on calculating this with 172 kilometers, the actual economy was 46 kmpl more than the display. So we decided to fill the city again, but after a few minutes, it took in just 130 milliliters or 130 ml. So if I add in both the figures, 3.69 liters plus 0.13 liters means a total of 3.82 liters. A simple calculation of 172 kilometers divided by 3.82 liters means over 45 kmpl with a proper tank full to tank full method. It's a genuine figure. I am surprised. Frankly, I thought this is a fun exercise, and this city, a proper sedan with a 100 bhp engine with the AC running half the time with 2 people on board, could never deliver this, but it just did, and we have proven it to you.